Yeah, this one basically. Mr. Scares of another video again. Mr. Scares of another video again. This is basically the fifth video now about religion there. Exoteric, of course, though. Exoteric, of course, there. Or religion itself there as a dogmatic religion there. I remember there reading the Bible itself there, and just reading the Bible there, and obviously all the freaking people itself there were basically on the bandwagon or put in this block there about you will go to hell there. Jesus died for your sins there, which is the greatest like thing there to guilt people with, to be honest there. Jesus died for your sin there. Like Satan is real there, or even worse, like Satan is the Lord of this world there. Satan is the Lord of the world there. Um, Theodicy to us, not theodicy to us well there. Yeah, basically like soul making theodicy to us well there, or basically soul making theodicy, or just basically like basically the issue about God itself there, and God and good and evil to as well there, basic comparison to evil to as well there. But not only about that, I also come as well there in Hinduism there, in some Purans. I remember like reading the Shiv Purans. Well, there's actually like a line there. And if you're basically a Hindu, just can you please like correct me on this there, or actually critique or something there? It's fine to me, to be honest though. But it was kind of like a reading basic Shiv Puran there. Admittedly, in the Jeta Charles there, or just Shiv Puran there is basically there that's sin and hell. I just see that stuff there, and I thought this, oh, that's Christian stuff, but nah. Yeah, obviously Judeo-Christian there, the big three, of course, like Islam, Judaism, there, Christianity, but Hinduism too as well there. I'm talking about the freaking exoteric religion itself there. The one that can find humanity itself and spirituality there. Saying that they really need itself an entity itself there to contact to a god there. Yes, really cool there to have form to God itself there, but in a sense there like an egregore, like an egregore there, or even an egregore there, or even an egregore there, and even worse there, and even worse than an egregore itself there in a context when you're contacting with but deity there with Jesus versus an exalted form of Jesus, or basically like the true Jesus there. When basically Jesus there basically come there, Jesus basically come there is basically there. When basically like the ego or the ego or base not ego but basically there will be a form itself there of Jesus. There will form itself of Jesus that's basically on Christianity, or basically like the obvious or oblivious Christianity, to not oblivious, obvious Christianity there. We know that we know that stuff there. Basically oblivious Christian. So basically obvious Christianity itself there. Base obvious Christianity, obviously like we know the stuff, the original sin, come to Jesus there, love Jesus and such there, and obviously there's another Jesus itself there. It's really good there, really good itself there, really compassionate itself there, and such there. The one is basically like in spiritual itself there, like truly like basically spiritual. It's not spiritual, but basically like the Jesus is basically that's deep. It's not deep, but basically like esoteric itself there, esoteric there. It's obviously of the person itself there, obviously of the person itself there, to be honest there, but basically the Jesus of basically like like something like Gnosticism itself there, with the Jesus itself that's really understanding to us well there, really understanding and open as well there. That's it there. Go open as well there. He can read the full. It's open as well there. That's pretty much it there. So yeah. The other Jesus, they're obviously on the false side as well. I would say it, they're on the false side. I would say that obviously there's a freaking sin, dude. There's come to Jesus there, come to Jesus there. There's freaking sin, to be honest. There's a freaking sin, you're freaking sinful, such there. That's basically kind of like of the ego there, as such there. But the other Jesus is just really, really good there. Obviously there, if you know the energy of true Jesus, of course there, and your belief, of course there, that's basically it there. And also as well there, also as well there, there's a lot of stuff there, but it's kind of like usually Christianity, to be honest there. Christianity, to be honest there, because Christianity is basically like has the biggest egregore itself there, or basically like has the biggest like stuff or influence to basically influence not yeah, influence also the world, but reality to us well though, but reality to us well, not basically just not knowing that. And this is much worse there, of course there. I said like before about Jesus there and the statue there. Obviously archons there, or basically like archons there is fucking chuds, to be honest, and reptilians pretending to be Jesus there and such, pretending to be fucking Jesus there and such there. They're to be Jesus there and such there. That's pretty much it there. That's pretty much it, to be honest there. There's a lot of stuff about Krishna. A lot of stuff to as well. This actually can be applied also to Krishna to as well, there, to be honest there, and also as well there like a lot of deities to as well there. But really itself there just usually the Christianity, just the big three, to be honest there. In Buddhism it's fine, to be honest, to as well there. But to be honest it's just fine to as well there. In the Buddhism is just fine itself there. In basic Hinduism, like usually itself there, it's seen as Hinduism as really, really like open to there. There's a lot of school of philosophies there, to be honest though. A lot of schools of philosophy there, like Advaita Vedanta as well there. The materialistic, even the atheistic schools as well there. A lot of stuff like Vaishnavism, Shaivism there, Shaktism there, Smartism. There's a lot of fucking stuff, to be honest. A lot of fucking stuff, to be honest, dude. A lot of stuff, to be honest, dude, as well there. But in a sense, there, the underlying point of everything there. Can I contact to the Father as well there, to the Father itself there, or God in a sense there, or my spirit itself there, without basically like some sort, not my spirit, but can I contact to God itself there, to God or my God itself there, without some form of basically like I need like Jesus or Krishna there. Can I contact the Father directly? Can I contact the Father like directly to as well there? Like basically like the monad basically there in Gnosticism. That's pretty much it. And basically I said that thing as well there, the monad, because when people like contact to the Father there, Yahweh of course, Yahweh of course, and Jehovah itself there. Ah, and that Yahweh, if you know in basic Old Testament, yeah, basically it there. And Jesus basically in the New Testament come, there's obviously of the monad there, but you see the Father is really, 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 really compassionate there. Jesus even referred to him as well, to Abba, the Father there. Abba is basically a form as well, or basically an intimate form of God, intimate form of Father, or calling a Father itself there, kind of like Papa and Mama. It's kind of it, Papa and Mama. Intuition, that's the way basic intuition there is kind of saying that's basically like pretty much it, to be honest though. Pretty much it, to be honest there. Like contact the Father, like really? Like really the Father there? So yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest there. Oh yeah, spiritual warfare, dude. This is really interesting there. When people there are caught there in a context of spiritual warfare there, about like good versus evil stuff there. It's probably just a form itself there, or kind of like a trap itself there. A form itself is trapped there. Why itself there? why itself there is basically like good thoughts, bad thoughts there. Oh, not really good thoughts by the way, but angels and freaking demons itself there. Angels and demons itself there, and basically just to leave you like ridiculously freaking train as well there. But the issue about but the issue itself there, like really the spiritual warfare there. Spiritual warfare there, that the mind itself when stuck to that idea became habitual there, like, oh my gosh, spiritual warfare, demon come, demon freaking come, dude. Yeah, I really need to really get me, I really need my angels to protect them. They just basically there, and basically it's the mind, the demon come again, it's the big demons, dude, like demons, like demons, then the angels are like popping from there, the angels are popping. Yeah, yeah, it will go out though. But in a sense, in your fucking life, do you really want that stuff? And you're really interesting there in Hinduism itself there. Yes, there are some monks that is just basically like fighting itself there, the asuras there. But there's just some monks itself there, just seeing the ego itself, usually just the ego itself there. It's really like a simplistic framework in itself there. To be honest there, oh, the enemy is you, but not you really. The freaking identity there, really simplistic as heck. It's really simplistic as heck. Really simplistic as heck. Really simplistic as heck framework there. So it's really simplistic as heck as a framework. Really simplistic as heck as a framework itself there. That's basically pretty much it there. That's pretty much it there. It's just so simple as heck. It's so simple. The ego, there, or just the rational side of the mind. It's when people usually said the mind, they're thinking that the emotional itself there is just really the ego, when there's really not, really not. The freaking ego is usually there. The ego is usually the ego, there, not the freaking emotion to us well there. Not at all. Emotion is not the biggest issue at all there, to be honest there. Or feelings not even there. It's basic of the right way, of course there. And ego is, and people like said the mind itself there, which kind of like including the freaking like right brain as well there, connected to the heart, which is absolutely don't. It's because if basically the ego gets to the right way, or basically the other side itself is basically identified to I as to I at all there. The ego will like put some basically some bullcrap, to be honest there, for the right way, to be honest there. If the right way is basically God there, or basically the God way, or just basically God should reside there, a god spirit or your spirit there should reside there, not the freaking stupid ego, to be honest, or the identity there. Pretty much it. That's it. Mr. Scales out. Thank you po. Thank you po as well there.